Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're journeying back in time to the windswept steppes of ancient Eurasia, a vast and turbulent landscape that was home to some of history's most formidable nomadic peoples. Forget what you think you know about neat lines on a map. This was a world of constant movement, shifting alliances, and raw power. We're diving deep into the story of two proto-Mongolic groups who shaped this era, the Xianbei and their successors, the Rouran. So, who were the Xianbei? Picture this. It's the 3rd century AD, and the mighty Han dynasty in China is crumbling. From the north, a powerful confederation of tribes, the Xianbei, sees its opportunity. They weren't just raiders. They were skilled horsemen, masters of the composite bow, and politically savvy operators. One of their most legendary leaders, Tan Huai, united the disparate tribes into a force that could challenge the Chinese Empire directly. They established a vast, albeit short-lived empire, stretching across modern-day Mongolia and northern China. Their influence was so profound that several Xianbei clans would later move south and establish their own dynasties within China itself, completely reshaping the political and cultural landscape of the region for centuries. The Northern Wei dynasty, for instance, was founded by the Tuoba clan of the Xianbei, and they became major patrons of Buddhism, leaving behind incredible art like the Longmen grottos. But the steppe is never still for long. As the Xianbei influence began to wane and their people assimilated into Chinese society, a new power rose from the heart of the steppe. They called themselves the Rouran. Around the late 4th century, the Rouran established what historians now call the Rouran Khaganate. And here is a cool piece of trivia. They were one of the very first groups to use the title Kazukei, Khagan, or Great Khan, a title that would later be made famous by rulers like Genghis Khan. The Rouran were the new masters of the steppe, creating a powerful empire that controlled the crucial trade routes and demanded tribute from surrounding tribes and states. They were a constant threat to the Northern Wei dynasty in China, leading to decades of back-and-forth warfare along the northern frontier. Think of it as a grand chess match played out across thousands of miles of grassland, with cavalry armies as the pieces. The Rouran Khaganate dominated the Mongolian plateau for over 150 years. They developed a sophisticated military and political structure perfectly adapted to ruling a vast mobile empire. But just like the Xianbei before them, their power was ultimately challenged from within. A vassal tribe, who were employed as the Khaganate's blacksmiths, grew tired of their subservient role. These were the Gokturks. In the mid-6th century, the Gokturks rose in rebellion, decisively defeated the Rouran, and established their own Turkic Khaganate, once again redrawing the map of power on the steppe. Some historians even theorize that remnants of the Rouran fled westward and eventually emerged in Europe as the Avars, who would go on to challenge the Byzantine Empire. So, from the Xianbei's rise from the ashes of the Han to the Rouran's powerful Khaganate and their eventual fall to the Turks, we see a dramatic cycle of power playing out. This isn't just a story of forgotten tribes. It's the story of the very foundations of steppe politics. These proto-Mongolic peoples were the predecessors to the great Mongol Empire, and their legacy of conquest, governance, and cultural exchange echoed through the centuries. They prove that history isn't just made in cities and palaces, but also on the endless open plains. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history. Let me know in the comments which ancient empire you'd like to see covered next. Until then, stay curious.